What's up guys, and welcome to another episode of El Jardín Perdido. Today, we're thinning papaya. Alright, so as you know, we had a pretty rough winter. None of my papayas survived. But they did have some rotting fruit that dropped here and there, as well as some critters getting at them last year. So they actually self-seeded. So this is pretty awesome, but as I'll show you in a minute, things are a little too crowded. So really I want to go in there, pick some of the best ones. It's kind of unfortunate because a lot of them are flowering already and actually producing fruit, and it's only been like 4 or 5 months. But yeah, I have to thin some of these out so I can get in there, fertilize things, and they're not competing so much. All right, so behind me you can see one of the clumps that I'm talking about. But yeah, it does seem unfortunate that I'll be pulling some out of the ground. But when they were little seedlings, I did take a bunch out and pot them. So I have some backup, I'll be giving some away. So I do have some potted in case I need backup or anything. So there's a few areas in my yard where this is happening, but right here we've got competition with this guava over here. This one I'm even debating. This isn't so much thinning as just relocating. But it is right next to my apple tree, and I don't really want it shading it out. As you'll see, we do have lots of flowers and stuff. Some of the other ones are going to fruit already, which is pretty awesome. So really this is a little bit aesthetic, but a little bit functional, kind of like pruning as I'm going through here and figuring out which ones I may have to get rid of. I even have some growing out of the beds, which I might actually keep this one because it could offer some shade and protection to the avocado behind it and the carambola. But really, some of these problem areas like in here, that's just insane. That's just a little too much, and I'm gonna have to get after it. And I'm not gonna go at it with too much finesse. I did, when I was initially potting some of these and stuff, I was really careful. They have tap roots, so it can be a little difficult. It's a little easier when they're tiny seedlings. These are kind of, you know, they're not all that matured, but yeah, really I need to get in here, and you can tell some of them are shading each other out and stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and start yanking. So I can actually pull up some of them with roots and stuff, so that's good. Maybe I can salvage some of the younger ones. I'm just gonna put them to the side and see what works. So you'll see they have a taproot and they also spread a lot. So that's why it'll be problematic competition wise if I don't do this now and weed some of these out. But yeah. I am trying to be somewhat careful in case I do want to repurpose some of these, but you'll see quite a bit of that taproot is intact. If I were to transplant this, I would just need to cut it way down, so especially when there's flowers and all that on there. Yeah, I'm really just keeping some of the stronger ones in here, more well established. Might actually feed some of these to my goats too, and chickens. They really like the leaves. Okay, so I'm about halfway done. A lot of the little ones I got out and dug up. I'm actually getting to a point where I'm starting to mulch with some of them. Now we're gonna get towards some of the thicker ones, and really, I'm just gonna step back, kind of assess. I will say, this was the original clump back here where the old ones were, where I actually purposely transplanted some of the seedlings into the area. I like that area. It'll be okay to have some of these sporadic ones throughout here, and some of these more well-established ones like these I might keep, even the one behind it. But yeah, now I'm just going to go through and kind of thin out the bigger ones. So this one, unfortunately, is too close to the guava. Yeah, this one was a little too close to the guava, but it does have quite a bit of root still intact. I may be able to relocate it. It does have rather nice assortment of flowers there and stuff, but wrong place. So I'm just gonna mulch in place. This is kind of nice. This is kind of nice. So I'll be keeping quite a few, but yeah, just a lot of these have to go. And just keep mulching in place. By doing this, I'm opening a lot of light too. So, you know, we're getting mulch, we're getting nutrients put back in. I'm gonna be able to fertilize some of this stuff and help out some of the soil here. But yeah, I'm already seeing from this perspective down here that I'm opening up the canopy and letting a lot more light in for things. This will also help with airflow and making sure things don't rot and such. Another reason why it's really important to pull these straight out, if you're just breaking them or cutting them, they will branch out and you'll get even more. All right, so I'm kind of hitting a stopping point, give or take. I may let things grow a little more and see how things grow. I don't know, I'm kind of debating as I'm filming this with you guys. So yeah, even my initial ones are very leggy back here, but part of that's because I guess this is some kind of tree my neighbors have growing over. I may need to slash at that a little bit. But yeah, things are at least a huge improvement now. A little more room to breathe. I'll probably amend this soil a little bit, throw some more mulch on there, and also some fertilizer. So yeah, even some of these towards the front, I'm probably gonna train them a little bit because there was so much going on. They're all kind of growing kind of funky. So yeah, and I can always come through here and thin a little more. Another reason I didn't want to get rid of these guys is they have so many fruit sets and flowers. So we're just gonna kind of see what happens, and you know, we can always prune additionally as we need to or thin more out. As for some of these, I'm actually gonna throw them at my goats because I just have way too many papaya to deal with. All right guys, so today's video is pretty self-explanatory, pretty short and to the point, but really I just wanted to bring you along for something interesting that I was doing. This can pertain to lots of things, especially when they self-seed, especially annual vegetables and stuff. That's something that you'll always want to do, is go through, thin things out, kind of survival of the fittest type thing. So I guess all in all, it was actually a good problem to have too many papaya to deal with rather than not enough. So I have a few more spots around the yard like that, not quite as extreme, that I'll go ahead and thin out. But yeah, for the most part, we got a good start on that. All right guys, well that's gonna do it for today's video. Feel free and subscribe if this was interesting to you. I do have lots of videos of this nature. And also comment below if you have anything. If you guys want me to take you along for more of this, I'd say, you know, it wasn't necessarily a tutorial, but it was a little more everyday life, things that I do, let me know, because up until now, I've really just been doing hands-on. This is kind of how you do things. I have a few vlogs thrown in here and there, but you guys let me know in the comments if you'd like to see more content like this, just kind of everyday things and bringing you guys along. All right, well, that's gonna do it for me. As always, thanks for tuning in. Until next time.